So hey y'all, let's have a chat. I resigned from my position at work and I stepped down and I went part-time. Let's talk about it. So, before y'all ask, this is not an old video. It is April 7th, I believe, Sunday, April 7th, 2024, and yes, I am rocking my natural short hair. Um, I permed it last month because I said I wanted to have a pixie cut, but I cannot maintain no pixie cut. I'm literally too active for a perm. I rocked it for a week and a half, and one night I forgot to tie my hair down, went to bed, and woke up looking like the Cynthia doll from Rugrats. Insert picture here. So yeah, I decided to just go back to my low maintenance cut that I started 2 years ago. I'm gonna color it, style it, get it looking fresh or whatever in a few weeks. But for now, this is what it is. So back to what we're really here to talk about. Me stepping down from my role and me going part time because I'm tired. Okay. So after the whole debacle last June, me getting locked out of a contract, and then my managers doubling back to offer me something else after I expressed my dismay about just how the situation was dealt with, me not feeling valued, and me declining that offer. I chose to stay in the department because I wanted to support the people that were already there. There was a lot of people that needed training and support, and I thought I could still be that person for them at the time. But as the months went on, Felicia got burnt out and I was not loving it at all. I like slowly started to not care as much. I'll admit it. I started to not care as much as I used to, and that is literally a symptom or characteristic of burnout. I compassion fatigue, tired, sleepless nights. The story goes on and on and on. And I was thinking about it for months, like, is this the life you want? Do you see yourself here in 5 years? And the answer was not, unless I'm able to progress up the ladder. And with everything that was happening and just me observing the ascension of people that look like me, people that don't look like me, I didn't see it happen. So I had to rethink. And I was thinking about it for a very long time. I went to the managers and said, I wanted to transfer my shift because I was intending on going back to school, which I am. I went back to school in September, finished some night courses, and now I need to complete my placements. So I asked to switch to night shift just so I could have my days off, um, in order to look for placement, go to the interviews, blah, 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 blah. Well, about a month later, so a month and a half, I don't even know. Time just passes by. I woke up one day after my eldest turned 23. Actually, she turned 23 3 weeks ago. No, over a month ago. I woke up one day after her 23rd birthday and I was literally like smacked in the face with the "your kids are moving out soon, what are you going to do with your life?" question. And with that, I contacted my manager and let them know, like, I won't be able to come in. And I didn't go into work for 3 weeks because I felt like I was literally in having a crisis, not a mental breakdown, but the thoughts were so overwhelming, me just thinking about my future. And I tend to overthink things. That is just who I am as a person. I overthink, but I feel like if I didn't overthink things, I wouldn't be able to find the motivation to actually do better for myself and do better for my kids. So a little bit of anxiety and worry actually works for me. It motivates me to go after what I need to and do what I need to do. But whatever. Over the 3 weeks, I was contemplating, like, what do I want to do right now? Do I want to step down? Do I want to go part time? Do I want to go on night shift? I definitely knew that being in my role was too overwhelming for my life right now. It's not what I wanted to do. And I didn't like dealing with the stress. It was just too much. And the fact that And I'm not pocket watching anybody. I don't know who gets paid what, but I truly believe that they weren't paying me for all the work that I was doing. Like, I feel like I was starting to feel like I was being exploited, to be honest. And strangely enough, I read an article today that says managers, okay, tend to want to exploit the loyal employees because, or the ones that they know are willing to sacrifice for the company. And I will be honest, I'm a loyal individual. If I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. I show up to work, I do my work to the best of my ability, and I try to make my day great. And I try to do that for other people as well. Now, in saying that, last June, I was supposed to get a raise. And that raise ended up being 40 cents. 0.40 of a dollar. Now, after the whole contract thing and then me getting that 40 cents, listen, if that wasn't the biggest slap in the face, I don't know what could have been. But they gave me a 40 cents raise, and I spoke to someone about it, and they were like, oh, it's up to the managers. You could go talk to them. I was like, excuse me, you want me to go to the manager and ask them if I could get a little bit more than 40 cents? So I said to myself, if they have the ability to give me more than 40 cents and they choose not to, that's okay. Because I know that my value is more than 40 cents. And if they refuse to see that, well, in the long run, it was not going to pay off. Now, I didn't know when that was going to happen, but it just so happened to be March, April 2024. And so here we are. So I had a meeting after being off for maybe 2.5 weeks with my managers, which it is a new set of managers now. And I just let them know that, I'm stepping down and I'm going part-time. I didn't negotiate. I didn't ask them any questions. I let them know this is when I'm available. And, I still tried to do my best for the department. I said I will be available 3 days of the week when I know you guys are the most busiest. Okay? And I said, as of such and such, I am no longer in this role. I'm going to demote myself to one step down, which is all there really is. Luckily for me, they agreed. They said that my benefits would be affected, but I was okay with that. I was also okay with them saying, you know what, Felicia, this doesn't work for us, and thank you for your services and goodbye. At this point, I didn't care. To be honest, I don't care about helping to put millions of dollars into someone else's pocket, because my kids are eating off that. I eat off it a little bit, but in my opinion, not enough for me to be having sleepless nights, be stressing, be burnt out. And I'm the type of person, if I can't give 100%, it's the Jamaican in me. They say if you can't do something properly, don't bother doing it at all. And that's just where I am. And I'm happy with my decision. I have a peace of mind. I have time for myself. I have time to look after my personal health, go to appointments if I need to. I got a dentist appointment on Tuesday, which I never had the time. I can go back to the gym now, which I never had the time. I'm sleeping better now. Don't look at the dark circles. So, side note, my face got darker because the 3 weeks I was off, I was obsessed with a game. I think it's called Nuts and Bolts something. And the phone was literally like this in my face for 3 weeks. And it basically darkened all my hyperpigmentation areas. And so I'm back at ground zero with starting to even my skin tone. But anywho, yeah, like I was saying, I feel much better. I feel much happier as a person. And when I was speaking to my managers, I got teary-eyed because it was me admitting that the company that I work for is not a place for me long term. I truly believe it is, unless certain things change. Like I've been mentioning, just ways to improve, especially like with the training of new staff. The training of new staff. If they could get that right and increase my pay substantially, because I got a number they need to start at if I'm ever gonna go back into that role. And if they could do those two things, hey, I'd be a happy camper. But until that, they ain't never gonna see me in that role ever again. And as far as me moving around, like my manager suggested, the roles are limited there. The roles are limited, and I'm not interested in no uphill battle until I'm 45. That's in 7.5 years. Like, I ain't got time for that. The money I would be trying to earn in this company, I feel, trying to climb that ladder, if I chose a good enough profession to study and develop skills, I could go earn that in 2 years at 40. So that is where I'm at. I'm thinking about my quality of life. I'm not trying to get injured on no job to go get disability and be earning $2,500 max a month. Like, who try to what? That's not gonna work for me at 40. I got bills to pay. I got a life I'm trying to live, and I'm not trying to be limited. And in my heart of hearts, I know I made the best decision for myself. Yeah, I resigned from my role. I don't regret it. I'm a happier person today because of it. And the moral of the story is, do what's best for you. Don't let people guilt trip you into, put decisions, I should say, that benefit them. Because at the end of the day gotta end, like Gloria said.